You're in the zone, the Ford Sports Zone, with the team at ESPN 106.3, sponsored by South Florida Ford.
Good evening. Welcome to the Ford Sports Zone. I'm Keely Ferguson from ESPN 106.3. Lane Kiffin has been known to make some noise on the recruiting trail, but today, well, he really went all out. The FAU head coach offered a scholarship to a 13-year-old quarterback, Caden Martin, probably better known at this point in his life as T. Martin's son. Now, the elder Martin, you may remember, led Tennessee to a national championship in 1998 before spending some time in the NFL and then working as a coach under Kiffin. Martin is currently the offensive coordinator at USC. Now, considering how often Kiffin seems to change jobs, it would seem unlikely he'll even still be around in 2023, and that's when Caden would actually be able to join the Owls. Meanwhile, the 2016 Dwyer football season ended with a tough playoff loss to eventual state champion St. Thomas Aquinas. They were shut out in that game 37-0. Ironically, 37 is also the number of players Dwyer will lose this spring to graduation. That includes star quarterback Toddy Centeo and star running back Jakari Moses. That duo, by the way, accounted for nearly 3,400 yards and 44 touchdowns last season. Now, for any other program, you would just mark next season as a lost one already, but at Dwyer, well, the Panthers don't rebuild, they reload.
You know what? I think the talent's there, and so I wouldn't say that we have a weakness. The weakness is that the kids don't have a lot of game experience right now, and being inexperienced, you know, it's huge. So we're trying to get as much stuff as we can get done this spring and have a good game Thursday night and get them headed into the fall.
You know, when it comes to baseball, you've probably heard of switch hitters, but switch pitchers? Well, that's a bit rare. In fact, there are none currently in the major leagues, and there have only been a couple that have even made it that far in the history of the game. For Benjamin High School's Chris Armstrong, though, he's using his ambidextrous ability to make batters around the state look silly. Armstrong and his Bucks are preparing for their regional final game tomorrow afternoon against American Heritage. The winner heads to states. Armstrong, a fitting last name, will take the mound for the Bucks with his specially designed six-finger glove, leaving the Stallions hitters wondering if they'll see a fastball in the mid-90s from the right arm or a knee-buckling curveball from his left.
The other day I pitched half righty and half lefty. I wouldn't pitch or switch in an inning. That would be kind of tough for me just to warm up both arms in one inning. But I've done it half and half each game, so that was pretty interesting. It was the first time for me.
It's very interesting when I tell my friends, my buddies, and anybody in the baseball world that I've got a guy that I've got 10 pitchers but 11 arms.
10 pitches but 11 arms. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you don't hear switch pitchers too often. I mean, I just struggle to write my name with my left hand, so I can only imagine pitching with both arms. Yeah.
Multitasking, right?
Talented, for sure. Keely, thank you.
That'll do it for us. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, everybody.
Turn it over to News Channel 5 at 11 for more local news. Have a good evening.